After renovating my vintage caravan, which I proudly call home, and embarking on a 3,000 kilometre shakedown trip to Australia's Alpine region, I'm now ready to tackle the Queensland Outback all alone. In the past few months, I've been based in southeast Queensland, managing my photography business and gearing up for our next adventure, all while living in a paddock surrounded by cows. Now we've finally hit the road, so join me on our first leg of our journey as I soak in artesian hot baths, fossick for Opal, and witness some of the most breathtaking sunsets and sunrises I've ever seen. Since my last episode, I've travelled 650 kilometres west of Brisbane towards Outback Queensland, and this is where I'll be spending the next month sharing all of my adventures with you guys. But today I'm heading towards Charlotte Plains Station, which has hot artesian baths. I'm very excited to stay here this week and share it with you guys. So I've still got about 200 kilometres or so until I arrive at Charlotte Plains Station, so let's hit the road and go and have a bath, I guess. So one annoying thing about content creation when you're traveling like this is you need so much gear. I need my drone. Well, I guess you don't need all of these things, but as a content creator and a professional photographer, I have all these things because I like to do a good job. And that includes flying my drone. So I just went to fly my drone for the first time now that I've hit some red dirt and the sky's looking so beautiful. Can you guys see all those really nice clouds up there? Anyway, perfect conditions to fly the drone. I go to fly it, and for some reason my phone has uninstalled the DJI app. And of course I have no service out here, so I try to download the app and it's not working. I'm not going to get service again, potentially at all, even at Charlotte Plains Station where I'm heading. That's why I've got Starlink, but I don't want to drive all this way and not be able to capture any of my content. My GoPro app also has been uninstalled on my phone, so when I put the GoPro on the front of the car and I want to control it via my phone from the inside while I'm driving, which I kind of have to because there's not many spots to pull over here, I can't do that either. So I'm like, right, I've got to stop, get Starlink out, sort out these apps, download them, and then keep going on my journey. So that's what I'm doing now. Now, I don't like doing this next to the road, of course, but there's actually nowhere else for me to pull over for probably 200 kilometres. So I'm just going to try this here. I'm not sure which way Starlink's going to need to point. I'm hoping it's that way because where it is now would be perfect. But of course, Murphy's Law, the satellite's probably going to be that way, so I'll have to move the dish. But the cord might not be long enough. And in that case, I need to get the ladder out, climb up, put it on the roof. Such a hassle. Well, I was right. The satellites must be that way because Starlink doesn't want to connect. I'm not sure I'm ever going to get out of here. So my favorite thing in the world is to have hot showers where I literally don't even turn the cold tap on and I just sit in the shower for as long as I like. I could literally sit in a shower for over an hour easily. But I don't, of course, because I don't want to waste water. But this amazing place is hot water straight out of the earth. So I guess it's kind of endless. So time to pack up and move on to our next destination, which I'm not entirely sure where that is yet. I want to keep this trip pretty spontaneous. Kind of just travel as far as I feel like I can each day, and if I see a nice spot, stop on the way and not, you know, pass by because I feel like I need to get somewhere else. But as you can see, it's overcast today, and it has been for nearly most of our time spent here at Charlotte Plains Station, which is a little bit unfortunate. The main reason I have to move on is because my batteries are getting a little bit low on power. Because the last few days I've also spent editing my recent YouTube video for you guys. And after sitting on my computer for a couple of days, my batteries are getting pretty low. This spot also doesn't have any phone reception, and I'm with Telstra, which seems to be the most reliable provider in Australia, but even so, I have no service here. So the only way I can reach the outside world is through Starlink, but of course, it's really overcast. I've been relying only on my off-grid system, and even having my portable panel set out, it's still not keeping up and giving me enough power. So right now I'm on about 50% in my batteries. So I think today towing, that'll top my batteries up, and we'll see how much power I can get from that. So I've never been fossicking before, especially for opal. So to be honest with you guys, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm gonna give it a crack. I've watched a couple of videos online, just on YouTube, and met a few locals that have given me a couple of tips. I don't like my chances of finding anything, but we won't know unless we try. Wouldn't be fair if I didn't let the chickens out. Probably be here a little while, so I'm gonna let the girls out for a bit of a scratch. Not that there's much to scratch for, but who knows, maybe the chickens will find an opal, or at least help me find one. All right, girls, find me an opal. Oh, flies. It's not enough to put a fly net on, but there's still a few around driving me nuts. So at the cafe in Yowah, you can actually hire some fossicking gear. And I think it's next month they've got the Opal Festival on. I think it's July. I'm not sure on the dates, but I'll put it somewhere in the description below this video if you guys are interested. And apparently a lot of people, even from overseas, visit this area to go fossicking. So you can hire all the tools you need in town. I went to do that, but you do need $10 cash, and I have no cash. They wouldn't accept cards, so if you're coming, bring cash. Anyway, so today I've got a water bottle, because apparently water and sun is what helps you find, you know, any kind of flecks that might shine through. What is Luna doing here? Harassing the chickens. And I have a hammer. That's all I have. So yes, definitely not a professional fossicker, but we're gonna give this a go. So my tools today is literally a hammer and my water bottle. But look, should do the job. I'm not taking this very seriously because, as I said, I have no idea what I'm doing. But we're just going to give it a go and have the experience. So I don't know all the technical terminology to refer to all this stuff that I'm seeing, but basically you can see in there's a lot of bits where someone's cracked it open and got a piece out, or at least they've cracked it open and I don't know, there's been a fracture and the substance that forms the opal has seeped out, so the opal never formed or something. Maybe it didn't work. Payment terminal. Fuel charge. Oh. Poopy. Okay, well, they're all offline. Even though it let me pay, I don't think the money came out of my account. Confusing. Well, I'm new to all this. So this is the next one. Oh, attention, 24-hour card machine behind you over at the truck Bowsers, which operates as Bowsers here as well. Also takes PV fuel cards with a PIN number and takes delivery Bowser. Okay, so this is number 2. That is $99 worth of diesel. So last night we stayed on the side of the road at Coolpie. I've never been to this town before. It's a little bit bigger than a couple of the other country towns that I've visited so far on my trip. But today we're actually going to head back, Luna. Today we're going to head further west towards Windora to see some red sand dunes. So I think the trip west today will be about another 2 or 3 hours. And I did see a sign saying that we had to be cautious traveling along the roads to Windora, and I'm not sure why. So I'm gonna head into town, grab a cup of coffee, see Coolpie a little bit, maybe have a look at the fossicking yard that's here as well for opals, and because I didn't find anything yesterday, and maybe ask some locals what's going on with the road, because it has like a caution warning, but it doesn't say specifically like what you have to be cautious about, whether it's water on the road or whatnot. So yeah, that's the plan for today. Ready up? Good girl. Come on, put your seatbelt on. All right, Mr. Edgy, I wonder, can you jump today, or do I have to get covered in dog hair? Ready? Not in the front. You got to jump up in the back. Can you try? Ready? Give it a go, boy. See if you've still got it in you. Ready? See? You can do it. Edgy jumps up. Amy will help. Oh, good boy. Come here. You're doing so good. Hey? Now, I'll get your muzzle. We all know why you got to wear your muzzle. Because he likes to bite Luna when we're driving. Hey? Be nice. Edge also likes to eat weird stuff off the ground at campsites, and a couple of times along my travels, he's eaten something, same with Luna, and then they've had terrible diarrhea, which means I'm up all night. They're pretty much like newborn babies, and I'm up all night every hour or two taking them outside to go to the toilet. That's not so much the problem. The problem is they end up diarrheaing like everywhere around my campsite. And if I'm staying at a caravan park, it means that there's diarrhea everywhere, which is just a complete nightmare, especially for people that are staying next to me. And then when I leave the site, it's very hard to clean up diarrhea because you can't pick it up. So I end up needing to boil a jug with hot water and pour hot water on it and try and like get it to clean away. So yeah, wearing muzzles is also good to stop them from eating stuff that other people have left behind at a campsite. So I guess just a reminder, don't leave food out if you're camping somewhere, because you never know what kind of allergies other dogs have. And if they come along and eat it, they could get sick and cause havoc in someone else's life like these guys do in mine sometimes. But also out this way, there's areas where people lay poison baits to actually kill wild dogs, and Edge and Luna will eat that and die. So I don't want to take the risk, especially when I'm extremely remote and not really close to a vet, if something was to happen. So that's why you're probably going to see them wearing a muzzle in a lot of my content. And I feel bad about it, but I'd feel even worse if something was to happen or they were to get sick or die. So that's the reason behind that. But anyway, Luna doesn't need to wear a muzzle in the car because she doesn't bite Edge, but Edge bites Luna, so that's why he wears the muzzle.
Had any of you told me this was a part of the story?